They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, the spin. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And as the Cleveland Browns come back out onto the field, they'll get going again on offense here in a second. But 1-15 this last year. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. Flush to his right. And some room to work. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Ray Maluga competes very hard as a linebacker. Very difficult to block and keep out of the play.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now it's Crowell. And a cutback right sideline. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big pickup there on the run. 31 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out here in the eye. They keep it with Crowell on first. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
There's no sense in dancing around it. Not a lot of bright spots to talk about in Cleveland this year. But I think Isaiah Crowell, the running back, he's a guy we got to keep an eye on in the future. Short of 1,000 yards, but it's hard for him to get enough carries to get there.
Yeah, but he was healthy, started all 16 games. Coach Hugh Jackson, though, said it was his goal to get him to 1,000. You're right, though, just shy of that at 9:52. Screenplay, Johnson. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. On second down, Griffin. They're the hook up over the middle to Pryor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And how about what Pryor did this year on a 1-15 team? 77 catches, over 1,000 yards. And we saw what an athlete he can be. We saw that in college, but, man, he can do a lot.
And now he wants to be a wide receiver, and I think that's where the difference was, because you mentioned him being an athlete. He still wanted to be a quarterback, so he's resistant to making the move out wide. And now that he's doing it and doing it on a regular basis, I think this is the baseline of numbers we can come to expect from Terrell Pryor. Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. He's going to let this thing go deep for LaFell. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. First drive for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right, because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
Joe Hayden is a complete cornerback. He tackles, he covers, and does everything with incredible speed.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They send Green to the left on his own. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. This one grabbed by A.J. Green.
I was working the Buffalo game when A.J. Green got hurt on, I believe, the 2nd snap, and never came back. A hamstring injury, couldn't finish the season, fell just short of 1,000 yards, which is something he does each and every year.
And that broke his streak of 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons. So you're right, he does do it every year. That was week 11 against Buffalo, wasn't it?
Week 11, unable to make it back, but still voted to the Pro Bowl.
He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Back to the ground. It's Hill. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well-conceived, well-designed, and even better executed.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on is the lefty, Kevin Huber, to kick it away for the Bengals here on 4th down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So now the Cincinnati native, also former Bearcat, and now a Bengal, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. This is Crowell. No gain on the play there. Second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Griffin on second down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Third down now following the completed pass. From the gun on third down, Griffin. He finds Coleman. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Shift together here from the D-line. On second down, here's Crowell. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll run it again with Crowell. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. So the call stands as is. Not only is that the case, now you're out of challenges, too.
Which means that if anything goes haywire and you look out and you want to get it corrected, you cannot unless it's within 2 minutes.
To throw is RG3. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Terrell Pryor, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Browns have taken the lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Ward's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate. But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. He's going to go up. He's got it at the 15. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. And the lead is now 2. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But
Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the